911. What is the location of your emergency?
Apartment 107, building 13. Please hurry up. I have a 1 and 2-year-old. He's going to kill my babies.
What's going on?
He has a knife. He already cut me right here.
The chase.
We gotta make gunpoint. This is the vehicle.
Exclusive video.
Where's the baby?
You got a knife?
He's in Lansing.
A Local 4 investigation takes you behind the scenes
Rashad Trice.
of the arrest of the man linked to the disappearance of Wynter Smith.
All right, guys, we in Lansing, Michigan. Okay, we got a sicko. So we have a young lady that had, was in a relationship and had a baby for one gentleman. It didn't work out. They broke up. She got into another relationship with another gentleman, had a baby with that gentleman. The issue was, and I don't know why it was an issue, the second gentleman had an issue with her having a first child with the first guy. Okay, why is that even an issue? You were nowhere around. Okay, why are you so angry that this young lady had a pass before you? And that's where we stand right now. This guy is a freaking nutcase. So not only did he take it out on the girlfriend, the fact that she had a child before him, he also took it out on the baby. We talking about some sick people up in here.
They hate you. You're gonna die. I don't want to do this.
This is not us! This is not black people! This is not Detroit!
Raw grief and outrage on Detroit's east side as community groups come together for an emotional vigil honoring little Wynter Cole Smith of Lansing.
What's her name? What's her name? Whose baby? Whose baby?
The precious 2-year-old's body was discovered in a nearby alley by Irwin Street after an exhaustive 3-day search. Wynter went missing after suspect Rashad Trice waged a violent stabbing attack against her mother, according to investigators. Law enforcement pinged his cell phone and tracked his drive to Metro Detroit, eventually being led to this spot.
Let me let you know this, and it's a fact. Evil transcends all color lines. You never know when evil may show up. You may be living with evil.
There's been too many of these, Detroit. I'm sick of seeing it. Black men, I'm sick of seeing it. It's time for us to step up and take back this village.
Balloons, teddy bears, and symbols of love mark the very same spot where just 24 hours before, the FBI joined Detroit police in launching a massive crime scene as the most feared possibility came true. A family's desperate cling to hope crashing down into stunning sadness. Wynter's aunt told the crowd how much the outpouring of love means to them.
And on behalf of the family of Wynter Cole Smith, we would like to thank every one of you. Each and every one of you, every friend, every family member, every organization, everyone that's standing here today, we'd like to thank you. We're so grateful for all of your support. We're so grateful for all of your love, your condolences.
That's why my heart is filled with praise.
There were songs of praise and then a release of balloons into the heavens as so many still ponder the big question, why?
They killing women, because they don't want to be with you. I mean, they doing things like this, killing the babies just to torture the mother. When does it end?
That is certainly the question indeed. Now, we do know that Wynter's immediate family will be down in that very same spot tomorrow night holding a vigil. And Pastor Mo's group and many others, they say they're going to be right there tomorrow night. They say you simply cannot show enough love to this family. And that's exactly what they intend to do, to keep that love, that outpouring going. Live.
I can't say so. I can tell you now.
This is the story of Wynter Cole Smith, a girl who was forcefully taken and killed by the new boyfriend of her mother. Rashad Trice was the new boyfriend of Wynter's mother, but was not happy because she had a child before he met her, so he decided to go on and abduct her baby, then led police on a crazy car chase. They did not locate the baby in the car after the chase. This turned the case over its head.
Where's the baby?
She's in Lansing.
Officers look in the car. You can see Wynter's car seat in the back. Then officers surround the trunk.
FBI and every other department got involved in the case just to locate the baby, but unfortunately, the ending to the story was not what people wanted. Let's find out what really happened in this case. This story takes us to Lansing, Michigan. Lansing is the capital of the U.S. state of Michigan and the most populous city in Ingham County. The Lansing crime rates are 70.8% higher than the national average. Wynter Cole Smith, aged 2, was described as a sweet and loving child. Her mother broke up with her father shortly after having her, then decided to date a man named Rashad Trice, aged 26. Months into their new relationship, she got pregnant with Rashad and they had another baby whom Rashad typically posted online. The problem was Rashad could not get over Wynter.
As soon as a nigga think he about to start treating me like I'm Nikki Parker, I get the on, bitch, cause who the you think you are?
He did not like her and did not like her father. He threatened to kill the father of Wynter, and he did all sort of bad things to both the mom and her daughter Wynter whenever he could not get a hold of him. On this particular day, he started assaulting Wynter's mother as usual, but on this day, he decided to go a step further by stabbing her. Wynter's mother got on the phone and called 911.
Take a look.
911, what is the location of your emergency?
Apartment 107, building 13, please hurry up.
You can hear the fear in 2-year-old Wynter Cole Smith's mom's voice as she called 911 for help the night of July 2nd, shortly before her daughter was kidnapped.
I have a 1 and 2-year-old. He's going to kill my baby.
What's going on?
Heartbreaking.
It appeared the 911 call was made shortly after Wynter's mom's boyfriend, 26-year-old Rashad Trice, stabbed her. The 911 audio reveals a bystander witnessed parts of the incident.
She got cut. Her boyfriend is trying to kill her and her babies. We're sitting in my car and she came over and she's bloody and she had a knife with her. I told her drop the knife and get in the car.
After making the 911 call, Wynter's mom left the bystander to get additional help.
She's running inside to her mom's house.
Police arrived to the area shortly after the call was made.
Rashad had taken her kid and fled the scene. Things would change for that family from that moment. Police could not find Rashad and the baby. They declared her missing and put Wynter's mom's car, which Rashad stole, out there. Everyone was devastated while she was missing. Her father and grandmother were very sad and pleaded for a safe return.
My granddaughter is a very beautiful, she's an emotional, very talented little girl. She's only 2 years old. If you have her in your possession, there would be no penalty to return her safely to the authorities.
As a desperate search continues for 2-year-old Wynter Smith, her father is making an emotional plea to bring his little girl home.
Every morning, I wake up, instantly look at my phone, I see her, and then I look at the other bed in the room, and she's not there.
A.J. Smith can't believe his daughter, 2-year-old Wynter Cole Smith, is still missing without a trace.
Driving here, I'm looking in the back seat, looking in the rearview mirror, looking in the back seat. She's still not there, and it's not right.
A.J. is here all the way from Tennessee, where he plays football at UT Martin, to help with search efforts.
We never really talked. It was just me letting him know, don't play with my family, don't play with my daughter.
What AJ can't wrap his mind around is why Trice didn't take his own biological son instead of Wynter.
Why my daughter? Why take her?
Despite the charges, Trice's mother believes he's totally innocent.
I say my son don't have nothing to do with that baby.
You stay with him, you raised him, you know his tendencies, you know his jealousness.
Either way, AJ just wants to be reconnected with his daughter, who he says has an extremely bright future.
I just want her. She got her whole life ahead of her, and for it to be taken so quick, I hope it didn't. I just want her to be found. I want her to be with me, and that's it.
FBI put a $25,000 reward out there for anyone who could help find her. Rashad was eventually spotted miles away driving Wynter's mom's stolen car, and then a serious police chase ensued.
4:46 in the morning of July 3rd.
Southbound from 11.
St. Clair Shores police in pursuit.
Right lane slowing down to 10.
Officers have the suspect's car in sight.
What's the plate on it? Oh, this is a Chevy Malibu, right? Yeah. He just tried to swerve at his car.
The car they're chasing belongs to the mother of Wynter Smith. Wynter is missing, and police are in a frantic search to find the 2-year-old.
6098, yep, that's it.
It's at Maple and Little Mac where the suspect crashes into a police car and comes to a stop.
Hands up! You got a crash. After this involving the patrol vehicle, we got him at gunpoint. This is the vehicle. This is the vehicle.
Inside the vehicle, 26-year-old Rashad Trice. Bleeding from the crash, officers pull Trice out of the car.
Keep him on him, Dave. Hey, move!
Get this man. Get him.
Move! Do not move! Give me your hands! You won't get shot! Hands! Put your hands out now! Get your hands out! Put your hands out!
Grab his hands. Hey, he has something in his hands. Put that hand down. Stop moving!
Now you want to cry.
I got his
Boy,
left.
please.
I got cuffs. I got cuffs.
Get your hand behind your back! Now!
Once the suspect is caught, the next thought is, where is Wynter?
I'm not seeing a child in the backseat right now.
Hey, Al, pop that trunk, Al.
Pop the trunk.
Where's the baby? You got a nice tease in Lansing.
Officers look in the car. You can see Wynter's car seat in the back. Then officers surround the trunk. Empty.
What's your name? What's your name?
Rashad Trice.
Rashad Trice?
Trice then goes on to complain about his injuries.
EMS is going to have to check this suspect out as well. He's got some lacerations.
We got time. Let's go.
Y'all just tased him about 5 times. Yeah, well, you were fighting. Walk.
Come on. Let's go.
Walk.
Come on.
Body cam records officers updating supervisors on what just happened.
He was veering toward the oncoming police car. Okay. Started taking off at a high rate of speed again, southbound. So he and Ely were coming this way. He veered this way. Ely hit him this way. Okay, so there was no way Ely could have avoided that. He refused to get out of the car, had to bust out the window. He tried to grab East Point's gun. Ely tasered him twice. He again wouldn't get out of the car. Once I holstered up, grabbed him, and yanked him out, he didn't get out of the car. Ely tasered him a 3rd time. Had hit him a 4th time. Had him out. Got him cuffed. So there's 2 people in the car? 1. I just said that. Okay. There's no child. No child.
Meantime, back at the curb, officers check on Trice.
Other than being involved in a decent car accident, are you okay? No, I'm not okay. Your eyes hurt, your hips hurt. Okay. We're going to get you treatment, we're going to get you to the hospital to get looked at, okay? Fair enough? You look like I'm going to be okay? I think you will be. You got a long road ahead of you. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. But you'll be okay.
And then, these words.
I do the rest of my life in prison.
Good.
I can't say so. I can tell you now.
After Rashad was arrested, they asked him where the baby was, but he still would not tell them. He was detained on the grounds of assault on his girlfriend. After a couple of days, Wynter Cole Smith's dead body was found in the alleyway.
News alert.
We have some very sad news to tell you about tonight. The search for little Wynter Cole Smith is over. Her body found on Detroit's east side. Police converged on the area of Olympia and Irwin as a federal search team made the discovery just before 7 tonight. The 2-year-old girl had been missing since Sunday, when police say she was kidnapped in Lansing.
This is not the outcome anyone had hoped for. And I promise law enforcement will see that the family gets the justice that they so deserve.
Horrible.
Police say Wynter was taken by her mother's ex-boyfriend. They arrested him on Monday, but there was no sign of Wynter until tonight. The area where the search team found her body is near the Coleman A. Young Municipal Airport on Detroit's east side.
Now, why her body was placed here,
That still has yet to be answered. The FBI says they've searched several areas around the state a number of times, including this one. Why they were able to hone in on this one and who made that discovery, those are also questions that still need to be answered. I want you to hear what the special agent had to say about an hour ago.
Our evidence response team is currently processing the scene. Our best people are back there to do what is necessary to be as respectful as possible to Wynter and her family.
Very sad situation here. I'm on just off Irwin Street near I-94, Van Dyke, city's east side. This is the, very sad, this is the alley between some houses here where 2-year-old Wynter Cole Smith was found by the FBI late on Wednesday. It's just a sad situation here, but this is the alley. This is where the FBI was here. The crime scene has been cleared, but just a terrible thing. Residents here say that it's just such a sad situation.
Breaking across the state as we grieve the death of a baby girl nearly a week after little Cole Wynter Cole Smith was kidnapped and murdered. We are learning more disturbing new details about the man suspected in her killing. 7 Action News has obtained a police report stating Rashad Trice also threatened to kill Wynter's father years ago. Good evening, I'm Simon Shaquette. The report details an incident from 2021. Wynter's mom reportedly called police saying Rashad Trice pushed her while she was holding her baby. The story spirals from there, and tonight 7 Action News reporter Sarah Michaels is joining us with new details. We're learning from its report and its potential impact on Trice's current case.
In this police report foiled by 7 Action News, we're learning that Rashad Trice's alleged violence against 2-year-old Wynter Cole Smith did not begin this past week. It allegedly began when Wynter was just 3 months old.
If you look at this Monroe case, it screams off the page that it's almost identical to the current case.
Longtime prosecutor and defense attorney Todd Flood tells me that because of the similarities between this 2021 report and Rashad Trice's current case, the prosecution will be able to cite this police report in court.
They'll bring that case in to show that this man acts with a common scheme and plan. And there's, no lack of mistake. He knew what he was doing.
According to this report, in May of 2021, Wynter Cole Smith's mom, Samari Cole, had been dating Rashad Malik Trice for about a month when she called police for help. The report says the two were fighting about Wynter's father, and Trice was, quote, jealous for some reason and was upset with the father to the point where he threatened to kill him. It says that Cole was holding Wynter when Trice got in her face and started filming Cole. He threw Cole's phone across the room and pushed her when she tried to retrieve it, forcing her to fall into a lamp.
Because you saw that grin on his face in his mugshot.
He's sick.
He wasn't scared.
Wynter's grandmother, Sharon Eddings, noted in her interviews with 7 Action News that Trice's violence was a pattern. Trice is currently being charged with kidnapping, and kidnapping resulting in death for Wynter Cole Smith's disappearance. This 2021 report shows that during this incident, Trice ran from police, and Cole told police she was afraid Trice was going to come back for her, and that she was afraid Trice would go to Wynter's dad's house to create more problems. 2 years later, it seems Trice's violence has continued. Now Eddings and the family are asking for the maximum sentence.
It's different when it's a child. How can you attack a 2-year-old?
This hits all the criteria for a death penalty case.
Flood tells me that if there was a checklist for what a death penalty requires, Trice's case would hit every single check mark. It's worth noting that the last death penalty execution in Michigan was in 1938.
If you see like a little sparkle or something, or just something beautiful, just know that that's Wynter, because that's who she was.
According to the interim chief medical examiner, Lokman Sung, Wynter's death was caused by ligature strangulation. Sung said a pink electrical cord was wrapped 7 times around her neck. After removing the cord, her neck had ligature grooves.
Here at 5, this man suspected of kidnapping 2-year-old Wynter Cole Smith is hit with federal charges.
Rashad Trice, according to federal prosecutors, strangled the toddler with a pink cell phone cord. Feds announcing these charges against Trice late this afternoon and detailing exactly what happened Sunday night in the hours after the toddler was abducted from her home in Lansing.
Mara McDonald live on Detroit's east side where her body was ultimately found. Mara, the feds say the autopsy is pending, but they believe she was strangled.
That's right, Kimberly, with that pink cell phone cord, and here's why. That pink cord was found on Wynter here in this alley.
Horrible.
It was also found in the car that Rashad Trice was driving. Let me take you through everything that the feds are saying at this hour. Federal prosecutors detailing their evidence in a thorough complaint. Sunday night, according to them, Wynter was snatched by Trice after he and Wynter's mother, Samari Cole, had gotten into a terrible fight over money. According to the complaint, Cole stabbed him in self-defense, and he then stabbed and sexually assaulted her. Cole ran to get help, leaving Wynter in the apartment along with her 1-year-old son. Trice isn't the father of Wynter. He is the father of Cole's 1-year-old son. When police got there, the 1-year-old was still in there, but Trice had taken Wynter, stolen a car, and was on the road. When the Amber Alert went out, Trice's family reached out to him on the phone. This text exchange was included in the charging document. It's Trice's uncle telling him he loves him, he can help him, and blaming Cole for everything. As you can see, Trice tells him he needs to end it all. Pictures from the Impala he stole show remnants of the pink cell phone cord. The remainder of that cord was found on Wynter when her body was found in this alley.
Rashad's crime was ultimately upgraded. Trice was charged federally with kidnapping a minor and kidnapping resulting in death. He finally appeared in court for his crimes. Rashad eventually pled guilty to the crime and was sentenced to life in prison.
We're going to go now to an update on the man who admitted to murdering little Wynter Cole Smith. We now know Rashad Trice will spend the rest of his life behind bars. It was a heartbreaking case we've been following since the beginning. 7 News Detroit reporter Darren Cunningham in Detroit, where 2-year-old Wynter will always be remembered.
This gate serves as a lasting memory of a life cut short. Just over a year ago, Wynter Cole Smith's body was found here, and now those who visit the site will know that the man who admitted to killing her won't see the outside of a prison ever again. Hearts broke across Metro Detroit and the nation last summer when 2-year-old Wynter was kidnapped from her Lansing home and found dead days later in a Detroit alleyway. Rashad Trice appeared before a judge today and was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole for Wynter's murder. Trice chose not to speak at this morning's sentencing, but Wynter's grandfather addressed him directly today.
I learned that you can't hate nobody. I don't hate you, but I hate what you've done. As a demon, you took somebody special from me, my only grandchild.
Rashad has no business in the outside world for the crime he has committed. He would only destroy more lives if given the opportunity to do so. I feel in my heart that justice has truly been served correctly for him on this date.
The big question is why? Why was my baby, Wynter, my little angel, used as collateral? I don't hate you, but I hate what you've done. As again, you took somebody special from me, my only grandchild.
Along with the life sentence, Rashad Trice will concurrently serve 60 to 90 years for the assault of Wynter's mother, who is his ex-girlfriend.
Wynter's father and grandparent grieved the loss of the child. She was mourned by those who were close to her.
A family in mourning. We are hearing from loved ones of Wynter Cole Smith, the toddler found dead in Detroit following the stabbing of her mother in Lansing. The family of Wynter Cole Smith speaking out tonight about what the little girl meant to them.
And as we await answers on exactly what happened to the toddler, the family has invited the public to join them at a prayer vigil for Wynter tomorrow. They'll gather at 6 p.m. at Nodal and Irwin on the city's east side near First Church of the Redeemed. Victor Williams live with the latest on the investigation and how little Wynter Cole Smith is being remembered. Victor, good evening.
Yes, good evening. You have so many people here who are just heartbroken, just like the family members you're about to hear from. Right behind me, this memorial continues to grow as people come here and they offer their respects. The last time that we spoke to the woman that you're about to hear from, she was holding on to hope that Wynter was going to be found safe and sound. Well, they did find Wynter, but just not like she hoped.
She was so bubbly. She was like, when she would come over, she was just a ball of energy.
All Sharon Eddings can do is remember the good times she spent with her granddaughter, 2-year-old Wynter Cole Smith.
And when we first saw just how smart she was, that's when your mind starts planning the future. And then you're like, wow, okay, you can do this already, and you have all this hope in her future kind of planned out for her, like what you could see her being, right? And he snatched that away from us.
It was the outcome that Sharon feared the most following the major effort to find Wynter safe and sound with an Amber Alert. After a 3-day search, Wynter's body was found in an overgrown alley on Detroit's east side.
It's overwhelming. I mean, I'm trying to filter through everything.
However, she's hoping Wynter's death will not be in vain. Her and other family members are now pushing for state leaders to get involved, since the person accused of doing this to Wynter has a lengthy criminal history, including domestic abuse. Back in 2021, he was placed on parole after running from police, something he later violated.
We're calling on Governor to strengthen the laws. He should have never been out of jail, and this would have never happened.
Until that happens, she's trying her best to stay strong.
And I'm sure once this calms down, I'm just probably going to fall apart, but I'll pick myself back up.
And we are waiting for charges to be upgraded for this man, Rashad Trice. But in the meantime, the family is asking for all donations to be made to the Doc Ellis Foundation. She says that there are a lot of fake GoFundMe pages out there where people are just being deceitful and trying to get money. So they want any donations to be made there once again to the Doc Ellis Foundation. Mount Smith, who is the grandfather of Wynter, by the way, he is also reacting to all of this with a message for Rashad Trice, which reads, quote, "You took my grandchild's future and dreams away from her. She will never attend school and will never experience adulthood. She was a precious angel, not only to me and her parents, but to everyone."
They hate you. You're gonna die. I don't want to do this.